Now, we've covered all of the press conferences except for Square Enix, which apparently sucked.
Yeah.
Massive balls. We have not covered the Nintendo press conference. To be honest with you, we haven't had time to watch it. Our schedule has been so nuts that we haven't watched it. We know it was basically just the Smash-a-thon for, however long. And that was pretty much it. But we did get invited to Nintendo's booth, and we actually went hands-on with their stuff. And we want to talk about whether or not Nintendo actually had a good showing, or did they leave people disappointed? So let's do that.
Hey guys, off camera I've been told no more finger pointing.
It's enough. No, pew pew pew.
That's my pewdie pew. I can't do that anymore. That's cool. It's like 100%.
It's like 100% also banned.
Oh my god,
100%.
I need to start
Laymen
doing that.
Gaming.
Double this, 100%.
We need to do one of the t-shirts with you just
God.
going like this with 100% underneath.
That is good, man. I think people
Let
would
us
line
know
up
in
for
the
that.
comments
Comment section if you want that. We might do that, and 100% we'll do it.
Disgusting. Anyway, Nintendo, did they show up for this E3? Look, here's my view on it, okay?
Hot take.
You can't possibly top last year. You had 2 games of the year last year in 1 year.
Yeah.
This phenomenally successful piece of hardware where everything gets ported onto it and everyone's like, thank God this is finally on that machine.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't top that, right?
I agree with that. Like for you to to put a conference together like you did last year, it's very hard to top it, or it's at least very hard to even equal it. At the same time, I think a lot of people had a few concerns in terms of how they dropped the material, like Super Smash Bros. Right? I love what they've done. They're getting all the characters all
Every single
65
character that's ever been in a Smash game is going to be in this Smash.
And I love that. I think that's great. But there's a way in which to tell the audience that they're going to be dropping a game, and it was so ambiguous about what that content was going to be. Is it a new Smash? Is it a port? I feel like it's kind of an amalgamation of both. It's like all the old characters ported over. That's what it kind of feels like.
It does feel like that. And some people are actually a little bit annoyed at Nintendo because they're like, listen, this is a port, you should have told us that, you got us hyped for nothing.
Yeah.
Some people are like, this is the best version of Smash we've ever received.
And some people
imagine if Street Fighter came out and said, we're releasing a new version of Street Fighter that has every single character we've ever made, enjoy. Most people would be pretty okay with that. But I also see the flip side. So, I mean, in terms of where I land, I mean, I'm going to enjoy it because it's a Smash game.
Yeah.
We played it, and we can confirm it's super fun. It
a lot of fun.
New stages that were involved there as well. We didn't play with all the characters, obviously. Actually, only 30 of them were available. We did play with some of them. We know that David Hayter's voice is back. Snake,
that is so
awesome,
good. That is so good.
He's my favorite voice in video games.
Yeah.
So all of that is great, and I really like that. But I also understand that this is not really ringing everybody's bells.
I mean,
it's not the knockout punch that they had last year.
Yeah, I just feel like it's great to see Fortnite. It's great to see Paladins. It's great to see.
It's a really big deal, by the way.
It's a really big deal, and to see Paladins in 60 frames per second, it's really pushing that machine. That's awesome to see. So I hope to see.
Just to be clear on that, Paladins is that hero shooter game that's like Overwatch but not Overwatch.
Yes.
Cue the comment section. Actually, Paladins existed before Overwatch.
I love that.
Hey, settle down.
I love that.
But it's like. It's on the Switch now, and it's 60 FPS. That's a big deal, That's a really big achievement to get that done, and hopefully that game sees success because of that. Fortnite, the biggest game in the world, now available on Switch. You can download it right now for free on your Switch and play it. And you can also play cross-play with Xbox players. Sony are cock-blocking that, by the way. They're not letting that happen because they can't say yes to this and then no to Microsoft and everything else. Right. So I think they put it under it's like a security thing because it's bullshit because they're not able then to verify who's playing with the players. It's a complete dick move from the part of Sony. I love how they say for the players. That's right. Of course. we have said this before. We think it's an ultimate dick move on the part of Sony. We wish they would change it, but that's it. That's what they're doing because they're winning this console generation and they don't want to give Microsoft an edge. But either way, Switch now having Fortnite on it is great. There are also some other titles coming out this year which are pretty strong titles, like Mario Tennis. We also played today as well.
Felt very strong,
and it was fun. It was a great, really fun game. We had some really good laughs. It was competitive between us. A lot of times we just play games. We're like, you want to play? Okay, you won. Okay, we were really getting into this. We really enjoyed it.
And I think it's a moment now where the IP of Nintendo is really spreading across all different types of sports games and now first-person shooters. It's that moment now where Switch is really kind of covering everything.
Yeah, I agree. We also played Starlink Battle for Atlas, which is that Ubisoft game.
I found that relatively fun.
It felt like an updated Star Fox, to be honest with you. And it has Star Fox's DLC in it, but it did feel like
and the same like
very similar to Star Fox.
Did you feel like it was roughly the same physics? It was a very easy version to fly. And
I do feel like they looked at, let's make Star Fox on this thing with some toys, and off we go. It felt okay.
It did.
Did we play anything else? I feel like
we played Pokemon.
We played Pokemon.
Wow, how do we nearly forget like the biggest game everyone's waiting for?
Well, you got to be careful with this. This is where a lot of people hate this. They're
Really?
Like, a lot of people hate it because they're like they wanted a proper full Pokemon game, which Nintendo says they are working on and will be out probably next year.
Yeah.
But they said this is not
I can hear that.
It's a Pokemon. It's almost Pokemon Go inspired Pokemon Lite.
That Switch can just make money off it because you have to buy it on Switch. You know, it's not just going to be on mobile. So when we played it, it felt great. I was surprised because I didn't know too much about it. I thought it was going to be a full Pokemon game that you could use the Pokeball to kind of, to kind of traverse the whole land. But you're right, it's actually just Pokemon Go. There are some battles.
Not Pokemon Go.
No, I mean
it's
like
Pokemon Go inspired.
It's okay, fine, inspired. But 90% of the time, when you're catching Pokemon, you're going to be throwing this ball, and when you're versing people, yes, there's going to be battles, but it's not the full Pokemon experience.
Yeah.
It was very fun though. It looked really pretty. I think it's going to sell like hotcakes.
Obviously, it's Pokemon on the Switch.
And it's really good that they've crossed it over with your existing portfolio of Pokemon and Pokemon Go. You're also going to get now on.
That's true.
So that's really, really cool. So
I personally feel like I don't think that Nintendo had a really strong E3, but I think Nintendo is going to have a great year.
I agree with that.
This machine is going to continue to hit its stride. It's going to keep porting games onto it because we know we're getting Wolfenstein on there as well. Wolfenstein 2, plus a whole bunch of other ports I'm probably just forgetting about now. But Mario Tennis is great. Smash is going to be awesome fun. This Starlink Battle for Atlas is pretty decent. Well, not amazing, but it was alright. There was also Overcooked 2, which looks really fun. We didn't get a chance to play it.
Very cool.
There's just a whole bunch of stuff on there that is going to do really well. And so I'm happy to see this year and not have any news on Metroid or what Retro Studios is working on. I mean, I would have preferred to see that, but at the same time, I understand that you can't have 2017 every year for Nintendo. It's just too much good stuff.
I totally agree with that. But at the same time, as I said, I just think that it could have been slightly done differently in some ways in terms of what they're like. Smash is like their biggest title. Like people line up for that shit.
It was the number one.
It was the
week. It was the number one most anticipated game on IGN by clicks.
Yeah.
For this, that beat Anthem. That beat Death Stranding. And it was the number one game on IGN's website in terms of clicks for E3. That says everything.
I just think when you have that level of engagement and community kind of loyalty, just make sure that you market it correctly. That's all I'm saying. But all in all, I think you're right. The IP that they've got coming out in the next 12 months, man, it's going to be. It's definitely closing the gap now for people like, should I buy a PlayStation, Switch?
Buy both.
You can buy both really, but Switch
or an Xbox.
Or an Xbox.
Don't forget that Xbox sponsorship, Sam.
Love Xbox, everyone. But it really closes the gap now because there's so much new IP and there's a plethora of different types of things to play. Yeah. It's like, Switch is definitely now going to be a big contender as like maybe taking the top spot in the next couple of years.
Well, it's already selling like at the top spot right now.
It
just needs more time to catch
up. But PlayStation is still winning.
But anyway, that's Nintendo E3. Let us know what you think. And we are going to keep pumping out those videos. We'll see you guys very soon. No more finger pointing.
I did it again, 100%.